Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video of kind of just what I've been up to as far as 3D printing on my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon. Before I do that, this is my little workstation, which I gotta tell you, I got this lamp that clamps to the desk on Amazon. It is the best thing I've ever bought. And then it also I also bought a surge protector that clamps to the desk as well, which is real convenient. It has a little couple USB plugs, and then you can plug various things in right from your desk instead of climbing around underneath the desk here. I love this thing. It can kind of move in any direction. It has these little touch things. It has different brightness levels, different if you want the warm light, the cool light, and all of that. I love this thing. If you're interested in buying that, I can put an affiliate link to Amazon on there, but I have to include it because I love this thing. I use it all the time. Anyways, so here's what I've been up to. So I printed this little John Wick silhouette, and it's out of 4 different square pieces, so it's pretty big. And you can, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do it. I guess I can put it on a white backing and kind of hang it up on the wall, but I think it looks really cool. And then going along with the John Wick theme, I also printed a little John Wick, kind of like a Lego dude, but like really, really big one. And these guns kind of slip out of his hands. Every now and then I can get him to stay. But it has these 2 guns, which is so cool. And then if you print John Wick, you got to print his dog. So his dog kind of was part of the file as well. Turned out pretty cool. This obviously was done in a bunch of different pieces. His hair was a separate piece, his face, his body, his arms, legs, and everything. But I thought it was pretty cool. Just kind of have that sitting on the desk somewhere. So next, I bought a multicolored filament from Bambu. I think they call this just like a silk PLA dual color kind of one. And you could see I just printed a little egg. It looks pretty cool. Then I took it up a notch and used that to print this little dinosaur dude. Of course, this is a multicolored print, and it does take a while to do these with all the filament changes, but I think it looks pretty cool, and it's articulating, so the whole thing kind of moves and whatnot, and the wings kind of pop on and off. I also printed a little sea turtle. My wife loves sea turtles, and I saw this and couldn't resist. I probably could have chose better colors, but again, this one's articulating as well. But I really like it. So we kind of have this on our shelf downstairs as well. And then with that same filament, I printed a little desk trash can, which I really like. Again, it looks cool. It's a good looking filament, like the colors, and there's this little swing top with a hole in here. So my wife has this on her computer desk, so she doesn't have to get up. And then something I was real excited about was this entire thing's 3D printed, the entire case. And there was a little bit of hardware involved that I had laying around, but it is spare parts kit. And it says that on all 4 sides. Of course, it says Bambu Lab. And a nice little handle here to carry it. And then you just pop these guys open. And voila. There's some dividing things in here. And if you look in here, everyone is labeled. So Z-belt, Z-belt. The only ones I didn't have were a 0.8 and a 0.2 millimeter hot end, but everything else, I have all the spare parts I should hopefully ever need if my printer breaks. Air filter, extruder unit, nozzle wipers, thermistor, silicone socks, ceramic heater. I even got some of the extra Bowden tubes, or the AMS tubes, because every now and then you'll have to replace that, and it has a little holder for it. I think this thing is so cool. I absolutely love it. This one did take a while to print, especially this one with all the color changes, but It's a nice little durable case, and I have all my spare parts basically in one spot. I previously, actually not long after I bought the printer, I printed this guy, and I do have some extra spare parts in here as well. Your glue stick, your Allen wrenches, Allen keys, whatever. Your little needle for cleaning the nozzle wipers, some extra hot ends, and that sort of thing. Filament cutter. So I do like this, but this just really took it up a notch for the spare parts. And essentially the boxes, this is exactly how it comes from Bambu when you order. It comes in each of these boxes. So I haven't even opened these, but I love the organization of it. I love how it snaps shut. And there we go. I forgot to mention with that same filament, the multicolored filament, this is just like a little thing I have next to my couch, the TV tray. You put your chapstick, your remote in there just so you have a spot. And then I had these like little rubber stoppers I bought on Amazon that, you know, so this thing doesn't move if you bump it, it doesn't slide around. So the next thing, I just printed this last night. This is a Nuka-Cola bottle cap clock, and I bought the clock kit for, I don't know, maybe $8 or something on Bambu's website. What I didn't realize is just how tiny those little hands are, so I may have to get a new one that has longer hands, or 3D printed if I can, I don't know. But it's a nice little kit because you can essentially make a clock out of anything or any sign. And they have like a little maker where you can do your own. But my wife likes Fallout, likes the game, and boy did this turn out really nice. It only took, I think it was like 6 hours to print. Of course there are a lot of color changes doing it. Of course I printed upside down like that, but man, that looks crisp, and I like it. So I just got to find a place to hang this up. I printed this a while back, but I printed a nice little Cleveland Indians light box, and it has this little stand, and of course you can hang it up, but I did put some lights in there. So if I turn this off, it has like a little remote it came with, but you can kind of light it up, and that looks pretty cool. And I know you're probably saying, Steve, they're not the Indians, they're the Guardians. Listen, they're always going to be the Indians to me, okay? The Guardians is a stupid name. I grew up with this my entire life, and just deal with it. Another really cool thing I printed a while back was, this is like a little toy, and you twist the base here. You twist it, and then this little propeller goes flying off. And it is entirely 3D printed. So all the insides in here is all 3D printed. And you'd be surprised, this thing actually works pretty well. You did have to go in there and lubricate the little gears and stuff. But put this on there, and this thing takes off. I found these do break if you try to catch them against your body. So I did print a carbon fiber nylon one, which I think is a little more durable. You can kind of see it's actually beat up a little bit because we've actually used this, and it's kind of fun. So surprisingly, you can print some cool toys as well. So yeah, that's basically it. Just want to give an update on some of the cool things I've been 3D printing. It's a fun little hobby if you get into it. It can be a little frustrating at times when your printer nozzle gets clogged or something along those lines and you have to take it apart, or if this AMS unit, if filament breaks in there, which it does sometimes do, and then you got to take all of those spools out, undo it, look where your broken filament is. So it can be a little bit of a time-consuming hobby, but it's a lot of fun if you have a little extra spare time, and you probably could try to make money from this hobby if you really wanted to. If you had a cool idea or a cool design of your own that you wanted to sell. I don't do that. You know, it's just a hobby of mine in my spare time. Kind of come up here and 3D print some useful things around the house, or toys or whatnot. So anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd share with you kind of what I've been up to as far as 3D printing. If you find these things cool or you want a link to it, I printed most of these from the Maker World database of 3D prints, which is kind of the Bambu's version of Thingiverse. I may have gotten one or two of these things from Thingiverse, but most of them I've been in the habit of using Maker World. There's a growing number of prints on there, and I find quite a bit of stuff to print. A lot of it's cool because they have their own printing profile where you basically open it up and you don't even have to do much to it besides verify the printer and the build plate and the filament colors if you want to do that. So yeah, so thought I'd share that. I hope you find it cool. If you did, give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.